Each morning, the CBD Habitat team make the 18-kilometer ride, which leads to the observation base, a ride inaccessible to unauthorized people. We are only a few minutes away from Nouadhibou in Mauritania. It is here that the last monk seals live on the planet, a rare species of which only 180 live along this coast. At our first sighting, this young seal unfortunately has died. This is not a unique sight. The team often find these bodies rejected by the sea.
What happened? His mother left this baby seal. It's a usual practice when the female gives birth for the first time. Very often they leave their babies. It's only after the second or the third time that they take care of the cubs.
For 8 years, Spain, UNEP and CBD led the action to preserve this unique and now endangered species. They have constructed 3 observation posts dotted along the 20 kilometers of shoreline reserved for the monk seals. 24 hours a day, technicians and scientists take turns to observe, record and report any movement of mammals. In post number 1, built 35 meters above a natural cave, the team has installed a camera that allows constant observation of the families who live here. This laboratory, equipped by Spain and UNEP CBD, collects valuable information as well as distances traveled to find food. For some, the tracking collar will monitor the number of kilometers traveled each day. One assignment of the team is to alert the Coast Guard in case of any intrusion by fishermen in this area prohibited to humans.
Je suis en train de faire le suivi quotidien de la colonie, des individus qui occupent la grotte sur laquelle nous sommes.
What am I doing now? I'm just monitoring the colony, observing the seals living in the cave where we established one of our bases. We have placed a video camera at the entrance of the cave to observe the animals without to affect or disturb them. Those videos help us to study the behavior and complete our colony's identification book. But it helps us also to better understand the habits of the mothers, the cubs, and the young and old males. In fact, this helps us to report about the entire colony.
Bébés, des mâles adultes, des jeunes. Ça sert à faire des reportages sur la colonie.
CBD Habitat is based in the city center. In its 15 years, the NGO has become recognized both by the public and the authorities in this strategic port city. Protecting the species requires the support and understanding of all, starting with the fishermen. They are a majority of the population in this region where the sea is the primary source of income. The idea of sharing these ocean resources with the monk seal was not obvious. Today, thanks to awareness campaigns, attitudes are changing. At the fishermen's headquarters, frequent meetings take place between members of the CBD and the fishing industry.
Ce projet a été très important parce que d'abord, c'était un projet qui a été concerté.
This project is very important. First, because it's a common project which brought our fishermen a lot of safety equipment and helped them to follow some classes in terms of maritime safety, and on top of this teaches them about preservation of these very rare monk seal colonies which are living here in our country.
Sur la sensibilisation, surtout particulièrement de la préservation de ces phoques ou de ces rares phoques qui restent de cette colonie qui sont basées chez nous dans la zone mauritanienne.
This morning, the team will try to put a monitoring bracelet on a young seal. The data collected will allow us to locate the animal and know its habitats.
We are going to climb down the cave to put a bracelet to a young seal. This bracelet is a system that CBD Habitat developed together with Spain UNEP to be able to follow the animals by satellite and without danger or disturbance of the seals. So how do we proceed? We approach it very carefully when the animal is asleep. Then we open the bracelet and put it as a watch and activate it. Later, when the seal is in the water, it starts to give GPS positions. But first, we have to climb down, swim in a tunnel to access the cave, and be very close to the animals.
A delicate and dangerous operation now starts because we must descend 30 meters to some rocks and then dive into a cave. Once on the sand, we will get closer to the animal without being noticed and try to attach a bracelet. This may take several hours. Higher in the base, Hamdi monitors operations. This time, they decide to give up and try again later. The scientific team has worked 7 days a week for the last 6 years, thanks to the funding of the project by Spain UNEP and CBD Habitat. Today, it shows the progress of its observations. The population has increased, and births are more numerous. The colony now begins to find its way to the beaches.
Bon, il y a une équipe fixe sur le terrain. Il y a 4 conservateurs qui vivent dans le campement basé
There is a permanent team on the field. 4 conservators who are living in a separate camp based inside the reserve, plus 3 technicians who work every day on the monitoring. They record the number of newborns, death, and they take care of the colony. We are really happy because we got good results these last 2 years. Last year, we got 55 newborn seals. This is a very encouraging result. This means that the colony has begun to reform.
Et ça, c'est vraiment, ce sont des très bons signes que cette colonie commence à se récupérer.
Another necessary task: guards patrolling the coast and stopping all unauthorized boats from entering the area.
Cette zone, comme vous le savez, renferme 300 individus de phoques.
In this reserve, we have around 300 monk seals. It's the latest population in the world, so this zone is so important. Not so large, but it requires a lot of attention because of many things like poachers, smugglers, or fishermen. We make great efforts to protect it. Our last investment has been a special vessel meant for arresting the illegal canoes. This makes us optimistic for the future of the colony.
Donc, il y a une vedette dédiée à la surveillance de cette zone pour arraisonner les pirogues et relever les filets qui s'y trouvent.
Another major part of the museum that allows Nuadabu schoolchildren and tourists to better understand and value the project. With over 180 births in 10 years and the rate of adult mortality steadily declining, this observation and conservation plan to save and protect the last monk seals in Bondergam Park is a success.